talk about downloading your files that you'll find in your Mommy-Lay Little Bits box. Okay, so if that month contains digital downloads, you'll find a card similar to this with a URL written on the bottom. You want to type that URL into the address bar, and it will take you to a Dropbox website. The Dropbox website will look similar to this. You simply click download. And sometimes the files are rather big, so they might take a little time, but they are well worth it. Okay, so I've downloaded mine, and you'll see this month the file is called March Digi Downloads. And within that file, you'll find the dashboards, the digital stamp, the pattern papers, and the sticker sheet, all for this month. Okay, so first we're going to start with dashboards, and I'm going to show you a couple of different ways to print those. We're going to start with the A5 first. So the standard way would be just to open it, to hit print, select your printer, and it'll be on US letter paper. This is ready to go. You just print it and cut around the picture, and it's sized and ready for the A5. Now another option for printing would be to print on the appropriate paper size. With this way, you'll want to cut your paper first. So for an A5, you'll cut your paper to 5.75 by 8.25, and then we'll send that to the printer. I'll show you how to change your printer settings from the US letter to the A5 size paper. So what you want to do is go into Manage Custom Sizes, and you'll see I already have A5 listed, but just to show you how to do it, you want to hit the plus button, and you can retitle it. Since I already have the two A5s, I'm just putting A5-2. And then you want to change your margins, and you want them all to say 0. And then the paper size, you want to have the width of 5.75 and the height at 8.25. Okay, so we'll just hit OK, and you'll see there aren't any margins, and our paper size says A5-2 set at 5.75 by 8.25, and you can just hit print. Next, we'll work on the personal size dashboard. Again, you can print it as normal. Press print, go to your printer, and it'll be set to where you can cut directly around the picture. For smaller size paper, such as the personal size inserts, you can actually fit multiples of that insert on one piece of US letter paper. So to create personal size inserts from the US letter paper, you just have to cut 3.75 inches from the top, and then from that larger piece, cut 2 more pieces at 3.75 inches, and then cut all of their height at 6.75 inches. Then you'll create a custom size, just like before, at 3.75 by 6.75 inches, and 0 margins. Here's where the Silhouette Studio comes into play. Now remember, you don't need a cutting machine such as the Cameo or the Portrait. It's simply a free program that you can use to design and print your digital downloads. You'll want to drag your digital stamp to the desktop and open up your Silhouette Studio. I like to keep my digital downloads in specific folders, and you'll see I have a folder dedicated to Mommy-Lay designs. If you'd like to create your own folder, all you have to do is click on the main library folder, right click, and then hit New Folder, and it'll give you an untitled folder that you could then title. You're going to scoot your screen over just a little, grab your digital stamp, and drag it over to the title of your folder, not the box itself. It won't do anything. You'll see in mine that I have duplicates of the stamps. What it is the stamp with the red around it is actually the cut file, and the one without the red is the digital stamp. Now we're going to drag our stamp to the working space. You'll see our mermaid is rather large, so I'm just going to scale her down a bit so I can see her all at one time on the working space. So I just put in 5 inches, and it gave me the 5 by 7.5 digital stamp. You'll see I can adjust her, larger or smaller, for whatever the need might be, and I can even make copies. That way I can create multiples that I can cut out and color and have on hand. Now if you do have a machine and you would like to create stickers out of your mermaid, I will show you how to create a cut file around her. You'll see if we simply hit cut right now, it would cut around a box. But we want to change that to give her a little bit of a border. So what you want to do is go to the trace menu, select trace area, and make sure your mermaid's within that box. You want to turn your high pass filter off, your low pass filter up, your threshold up, and your scale all the way down to 4. Now you want to put your threshold enough where it covers the black, but not enough to where it gets overly grainy or fills the box. Now you'll see I'll drag around the area where the box was, and I'm going to delete that. Now you want to hit the offset menu, hit offset, and I scale mine to 030, but you can do as close or as far away as possible. Then I hit round because she is rounded, she has rounded corners, and apply. Then you'll see a red outline around her, and that's our cut setting. You'll see I always use advanced settings, so when you go into advanced, it'll cut only the red line. So I highlighted both the outline and the mermaid, and I grouped them together by hitting right click and group. Now if we want to save her for future use, you just highlight her, hit save, selection, and then save to library, and then I saved her in my Mommy Lay folder, and I titled her Mermaid Cut, so that I know she's the cut file and not the stamp. Once you've created the cut settings, be sure to group the cut and the stamp together, so that way when you adjust the size, they adjust together. Now we're going to play with the digital papers. You can double click on the file and it'll open it, and you can hit file, print, and it'll fill the entire page of the 8.5 by 11 paper. If you want to print on your custom sizes, all you have to do is select that custom size. So here I'll press personal, and you'll see at first it'll just take a personal size piece out of the regular paper. All you have to do in order to make the picture scale down is to hit fit on the left hand side, and it'll fit to your personal size. But I want to show you how to play with it in the Silhouette Studio. So you want to left click on the image so that it selects it all, and then right click and hit copy image. Then you want to open up your Silhouette, hit paste, and you'll see it's large again, but that's okay. We're going to select it and scale it down, and I'm just hitting 5 again, and you can see it all on one page. I have a mini happy planner, so I was going to show you how I made my covers for that. And you can do this for whatever you would like. Just be sure to adjust the dimensions to fit your needs. So here I'm going to change them to 5 by 7.25, which is the size I use for the cover for my mini happy planners. You'll see it doesn't have any cut settings, so we're going to do a quick fix. We're going to grab the rectangle tool, and we're going to draw a quick rectangle. And it doesn't matter the size because we are going to adjust that. So I want to highlight the rectangle, and I'm going to go to my scale menu, unlock the aspect, and change the dimensions to 5 by 7.25 inches, and hit apply. Then I want to grab those both, go to my alignment, and center them. Now you'll see in the cut settings that it now has a cut line. Now I want to rotate these to landscape, so that way I can fit 2 on one page. Now I'm going to duplicate this below so that I'll have my front and my back cover. But you'll see how they're the exact same instead of mirror images, and we'll change that so that way when it's opened all the way to the back that they mirror themselves. So I highlight those both and I hit mirror below. Now you'll see they're mirror images. Lastly, we'll be working with the sticker sheet, and you can definitely print it from the file onto regular paper, fussy cut it, and glue it, but I want to show you how to use it in the Silhouette Studio. You want to drag your file onto the desktop like before, open your studio, and drag it onto your working surface. I want to scale it down so that I could see it all on one page, so I'm going to hit the scale button and then put it at 5, and it's going to give me a 5 by 7.5 sticker sheet. I go into a little more detail on my previous video on how to create stickers, but I wanted to show you quickly on how to create stickers on this specific sheet. Okay, so I want to hit select trace area. Then I'm going to draw the box only around the sticker that I want to work with right now. And I'm going to high pass filter off, low pass filter on, scale down, and threshold just enough to cover everything. Then I want to hit trace and detach, and you'll see it's detached from the sticker sheet. I'm going to go back, and I'm going to hit offset and do the distance at 0.03, round the corners because of the flowers, and hit apply. And then I'll have my cut settings for this sticker. The banner gets a little tricky because of the glitter, so we're simply going to draw a rectangle around it and then double click on the outline so that way we get our endpoints. In the middle of those endpoints on the bottom, we're going to double click again and drag it up to where we get the flag. And that is it for the cut file. It's also going to get tricky on words like to do because there's so much space in between them. So when you do your offset, there'll be two different cut areas. So to fix that, we're going to zoom in and we're going to double click to where we get our endpoints again. We're going to drag two endpoints, one from the top and one from the bottom, to where they overlap. Now we're going to highlight both of those outlines and then right click and hit weld. Then I'll put those together and create one sticker as opposed to the two. After I'm done creating all my stickers, I put a box around the sheet so that it actually creates a sheet as opposed to working off the letter size paper. It's just personal preference. It's not anything you have to do. So now I'm going to check my registration marks and design page settings, which I go into more detail about in my last video. I'm going to send it to print, change my printer, and change my quality of media. For sticker paper, I usually use the matte photo paper on the highest setting. I wanted to give you a quick tip. You'll see here in a minute that I changed the color of the line of the outline box to brown. And I did that so that way I could double cut the box without double cutting the stickers. If I double cut the stickers, which are outlined in red, then they would come out as individual stickers. But if I want it as a sheet, I can uncheck the red and only the brown line will cut again. This way you have your stickers with you on the go. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.